what I'm here to talk to you guys about is why do y'all always have class 2s, right? I want to see if, because every gang's giving me the same answer, and I want to see if you guys can give me the same.
Well, you said why?
Yeah, why?
I mean, so if the ops pull up, we're gonna get caught lacking, bro, with no fucking pistols. To be honest with you.
And you say that because the police are using class 2s against
Oh
you
no,
guys?
not fuck the police. I'm not worried about no police. I'm worried about the motherfuckers trying to sell shit in my oxy alleys.
You're talking about, like, you know, just random people coming through.
Yep, random people. Everybody got AKs, and I gotta make sure I got mine on me.
Why would we roll something when we know other people are gonna have something stronger? You know, even if it is the police, right? There's a case they're gonna have something better than us.
So like, you know me, man. Well, you know we ain't got no beef with no motherfucking cop.
I know, and the thing is, though, I feel like there's like
You should say police though.
a big disconnect right now where the police are also using class 2s when y'all are using class 1s, and I feel like you know.
Do the police even use class 1s? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
no,
it's
happening.
It's happening.
Do they use them? I don't think I've witnessed the police use a class 1 in a while.
And that's the thing, right? And I'm almost determining, like, so the police are starting to go hard on class 2s, right? You know, we see them. We're not just like, you know, turning a blind eye. Like,
I've experienced it yesterday.
Exactly. We're gonna chase. We're gonna go for it. And you know, I don't want this turned into a big 430 is okay. They're worried about me being up here. They get fucking kidnapped and shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, I spoke to Chang Gang, I spoke to NBC, I spoke to GG, and they're all kind of on the same page where it's like, hey, if you know the cops are gonna match, you'll see a lot less class 2s from us. And I think it'll also lead to a lot less shootouts between police and individuals. And what I'm doing is outreaching to gangs so that I can talk to my high command, and maybe, you know, each gang has a meeting with high command, right, where we're all meet up and we all discuss, you know, man to man, woman to man, and you know, come up with, are we gonna match, are we not gonna match, like what the solution's really gonna be. Because I think right now there's a lot of shooting and a lot of people going up to jail for a lot of time when I don't think it necessarily needs to happen. I think it starts with class 2s.
I think it also starts with the fact that there's never ever de-escalation in any situation ever.
I think that's both sides though.
Yeah, of course. It's a cycle, right? It's both ways. Like it's a give and take thing, right? It's a two-way street of this whole thing every time. But one party escalates, the other party does the same, and it keeps going, and it's like a vicious cycle to the point of where we're at now, where everything turns into shootout and everything goes crazy.
Exactly, and I want to stop that. I want it to be where, okay, bet if y'all are doing a bank and I see Dean with a class 2, we're all on racking. PD now has class 2s. But if y'all are there with Brownings or Enterprise wide bodies, whatever the hell y'all got, we're gonna stick to class 1s. And I think it'll make people not feel as pressured to shoot at the police because they feel like they're fucked here if they don't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe use cocaine to fucking try to dip out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, smoke some fucking meth and dip, and not just result to shooting. And I think it starts with conversations, right? Because if I go to Kind Command right now and I'm like, yo, boys, let's do this, they're gonna be like, well, why are we gonna do that? But if I say, hey, I spoke to the most powerful, you know, groups around, you know, NA time, and this is what they're saying, I can get them on board. If I can get you guys on board, now we have something to work with here, right? And let's be real. You think fucking all these little smaller gangs are not going to follow suit if fucking CG, you guys, NBC, GG are all doing the same thing? These people are going to fall in line, bro. That's how it works.
I Jones, I'm not gonna cap, brother. I think the person you need to get in conversations with to have everybody fall in line is, to be honest with you talk to CG.
CG, it was the first person who started this.
Yeah. I mean, that's bro. You got to think about it. These, I mean, like, I'm not gonna hype them up too much, but these, like, whatever they do, everybody else does.
I had this conversation with Randy in the cells last night for 45 minutes.
I'm gonna get changed. I feel so
heart to heart about this shit. And that's where, okay, I'm like, okay, if CG feels this way, how many other people feel this way?
As much as I agree with the class 2 element to it being like where it starts, I think there's a whole lot of other elements that exist too.
Like what?
Some people
talk about them?
Some people go to shootouts because they feel it's the last resort, because the response is too large or it's too crazy, too aggressive. You have to then resort to the same kind of level back, right? You may instances
So
someone may be driving like a B boost or even a C boost, right? And you'll get like a 5-unit response with interceptors, a car that won't ever travel the speed of a CVPI. So your only resort in that instance is, well, we're gonna have to go to aggressive because they're pitting me and I'm in a car that goes 100 and they're in cars that go 140. You know? So there's a lot more instances than just, okay, it's the weapons, because I don't think it's always the weapons that are the issue. Sometimes it can be the aggression from the police, it could be the response from the police.
And that comes back to what you're talking about with the de-escalation, right?
Yeah, that's what needed more than most, I think, is that de-escalation. And like having experiences with police officers where they don't instantly go aggressive and instantly go for tase, instantly go cuffs, you know, like it's a little bit more of a elongated situation than they are these days.
Verbalization, hey, you don't stop running, you're going to get tased.
These days it can be like, I'm getting out of a car and I'm getting tased and cuffed before I've even been told to like put my hands up or drop something, you know? Where
I feel like I go hella aggressive
a while ago, it could be a lot different. I feel a while ago, I could have spoken myself out of a traffic stop, where I don't think I could these days. I think it would just be a case of like, I'm getting chased.
Would you, was to have like each leader of the gangs have a conversation with high command in shift 2, would you guys be willing to have a conversation like that, or is that something you wouldn't want?
Yeah, we're always down.
Okay. All right, Ben. I'm trying to community police a little bit more out here. I think that together, you know, as a whole, we can coincide better.
I agree for sure.
And I think it starts with, you know, let's be real. At the end of the day, we might not see eye to eye on everything. And, you know, I have a job to do, and that's to arrest you guys. And you guys are going to do everything in your power, right, to not go to jail.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And I respect that. And I respect all of these gangs out here. I've never really had an issue with any of y'all. But I think right now we're in a weird spot that we can get better from here as a whole. So it starts with conversations like this. I don't know. When's the last time you guys even had an officer come down here and have a conversation like this?
I don't remember that. Dean, do you remember any time?
Never.
Never, right?
Yeah, no.
I want to change that. I want this to be not necessarily like, oh, like these guys are snitching because they're having conversations with the cops. It just being like a better way to keep things out of that vicious cycle that you were mentioning. So
yeah,
I think I'm gonna leave it here. I'll let you know about that meeting and shit. And if we can, you know, get these class 2s to not be as prevalent out here in the streets, starting from the source, it's going to be impossible. Let's be real. You arrest somebody, nobody ever tells you where they got the gun from. The police have no way to stop these benches from, you know, existing. And even when we did catch somebody with a bench, obviously you saw it on the docket. They didn't even get arrested for manufacturing those guns because there wasn't even a charge for it. So, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, in the future there will be a charge for that, but finding that bench is like damn near impossible because nobody talks. So we're getting rid of the source is just an unrealistic aspect, but what we can control is, you know, in my opinion, matching, and I think it will de-escalate a lot of these situations. As far as what you mentioned with the instant tasing and stuff like that, I think that just comes down to training.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I thought it was a bit disrespectful. So
no, I don't think it's disrespectful. I think it's
I think there was a period of mass hiring, and after that period of mass hiring, there's a lot of cops.
Lady, do you mind just giving us a moment?
Oh yeah.
They were used to. They were used to.
I'll be right over there.
They were used to the experiences, interactions they had from that point onwards. Right, they never was around from before they were hired, so they didn't get to see what it was like. So their training was their way straight into instant kind of actions.
Agreed. And also we're at this point where there's 275,000 people in this city. We're low on police numbers, so people are getting hired, and you know, obviously you're going to get a quality over quantity situation, and people are getting, you know, pushed to officer faster than it was before.
Yeah,
correct. So, you know, experience comes with time on this, like judgment, reading the room, shit like that. And it's all those types of situations
by the way,
that lead to this stuff. So
I'm
going to do my best to try to outreach more with these groups and kind of try to bridge the gap between you guys and PD. So if you guys ever need anything, have a situation you guys want looked at or something, just feel free to give me a call, all right?
There's a number if you want. I'm the 6866.
6866.
Yeah, that's me.
Let me add you really quick.
I appreciate this though, honestly. I think it's very much needed. So
I think it is as well. So we'll be in touch. I'll let you know about that that meeting. I do think these conversations in front of you know, people that have a little bit more power than me is important. I appreciate your time. Thanks for letting me come through and not get robbed, shot.
As you see, I have no class 2 anywhere, as you can clearly see.
Yeah. You didn't put the
Definitely didn't.
Right, Mr. Tate.
Got me talking.